Why do you do when your husband chooses to publicly replace you after a decade together? And why does no one in your circle says a word? My husband works in a high-profile industry, one where connections, optics, and reputation mean everything. After almost a decade as his wife, I've seen how this world works. Affairs are common, but they're rarely spoken about. Everything gets brushed under the rug if it threatens the image. So, I wasn't shocked that no one warned me about the affair. I get it, but that doesn't make it hurt any less. He's always been admired, respected, charming, well-networked. And the woman he cheated with? She was supposed to be a creative collaborator. Younger than me, attractive, polished. The kind of woman that people in his industry gravitate toward. It started off in secret, but he didn't bother keeping it that way for long. One day, she was a work contact. The next, she was everywhere. Showing up with him at events, business dinners, charity functions, weddings. They even co-hosted galas together. These were events I used to attend with him. I wasn't just cheated on. I was erased. And the erasure was public. That part broke me in ways I still can't describe. People saw it happening. Our friends, his peers, people who had shared meals with us, who smiled at our wedding photos, saw it and said nothing. They laughed with her, toasted with them, watched me disappear, and didn't ask a single question. She became the one he wanted to be seen with. And I was expected to keep quiet, to be composed, to not make a scene. Because if I'd spoken up or let the rage and grief pour out, I'd be labeled bitter, dramatic, the angry wife who couldn't hold her man. Meanwhile, she moved through our world with ease, charm, and applause. Some people even rooted for them. If this had been a quiet affair, hidden from the public, I would still be devastated. But I would have at least still held the title, the role, the public recognition of being his wife. That carries weight in this world. But when he began showing up with her, parading her like a partner, it wasn't just cheating. It was a public rejection of me. Now he says he wants to make it right. That he was lost, that it meant nothing, that she's out of the picture. But it doesn't matter. Because the damage wasn't just private. It was on display. His actions said to everyone who matters to him, she's not the one I choose anymore. And even now, we can't just cut these people off. This is the world we built together, the one we worked so hard to be part of. His career, his connections, it's all wrapped in that circle. I don't think people understand how painful it is to be quietly replaced and to watch everyone pretend they don't see it happening. Not because they didn't care, but because protecting their position was more important than acknowledging my pain.